When Jesus has called the 12 together, he gave them power and authority to drive out all demons and to cure diseases. And he sent them out to proclaim the kingdom of God and to heal out the sick. He told them, "Take nothing for your journey, no staff, no bag, no bread, no money, no extra shirt. Whatever house you enter, stay until you leave. If the people do not welcome you, leave their town and shake off the dust from your feet as a testimony against them." So they set out and went from village to village, proclaiming the good news and healing people everywhere. Now Herod the Tetrarch heard about all that was going on, and he was perplexed, because some were saying that John had been raised from the dead. Others said that Elijah has appeared, and still others that one of the prophets of long ago had come back to life. But Herod said, "I beheaded John. Who then is this I hear such things about?" And he tried to meet him. When the apostles returned, they reported to Jesus that they had done. Then he took them with him, and they withdrew by themselves to a town called Bethsaida. But the crowds learned about it and followed him. He welcomed them and spoke to them about the kingdom of God, and healed those who needed healing. Late in the afternoon, the 12 came to him and said, "Send the crowd away so that they can get to the surrounding villages and get something to eat, because we are in a remote place." He replied, "You give them something to eat." They answered, "We only have 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Unless we go and buy food for all the crowds." About 5,000 men were there. But he said to his disciples, "Have them sit in groups of about 50 each." The disciples did so. Everyone sat down, taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks, broke them, and gave them to the disciples to distribute to the people. They all ate and were satisfied, and the disciples picked up 12 baskets of broken pieces that were left over. Once Jesus was praying in private, and his disciples were with him, he asked, "Who do you think the crowds say I am?" I replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others that one of the prophets of long ago who has come back to life." "But what about you?" he asked. "What do you say? Who do you say I am?" Peter answered, "God's Messiah." Jesus strictly warned them not to talk to anyone, and he said, "The Son of Man must suffer things and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law, and he must be killed, and on the 3rd day he will be raised to life." Then he said to them all, "Whoever wants to be my disciples must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. For whoever wants to be saved, they will lose their life, but whoever loses their life for me will save it. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world and yet lose or forfeit their very self? Whoever is ashamed of me and my words, the Son of Man will be ashamed of them, and he comes in his glory and in the glory of the Father and the Holy Agent. Truly I tell you, someone who is standing here will not take death before they see the kingdom of God."